But boy, ain't that a shame? My kid Larry. Wow, man, isn't that a shame? Tears fall like rain. Oh, this is Arson Soob and your host for the Papa Soob Says show. This is number 6, video number 6. And we're talking about different topics. Most of them come from my books. What we're going to be talking about today comes from this book right here, A Heartbeat Away. Are you ready? And you can get that wherever excellent books are sold. And if you don't have one, I suggest you get it, because the topics we're going to have for the next month or so will cover a lot of things that are in that book. And so it'll make more sense to you if you do that. Now, the major theme that runs through the book is about mortality. It's about our mortality. See, the last time I looked on statistics, 100% is the probability of dying. The probability of death is 100%. Nobody's getting out of here alive. You know, death was a topic of discussion that nobody wanted to talk about. In fact, some people told me don't write the book about that. But you know, in the last few months, the whole world is talking about death. We get more statistics on people dying around the world than we do with the NBA. That's what we should be keeping our statistics on. But no, we have to stay in our homes. You have to stay away from people. You can't hug your loved ones. Why? Because some scientists, some government officials have told us that if you do those things, you could die. What is this whole thing of fear of dying? You know, there's another virus that's been around for years. It's killed billions of people. It's called life. See, from the time that we're born to the time that we die, we're destined to die. See, when you're born, you're loved. When you die, you're loved. In between, you're on your own. You're on your own. You know, I'm going to tell you a story that when I was recovering from my open heart bypass surgery in 13 hours back in 99, my son asked me a question. He said, "Dad, I was with you from the time you left your hospital bed until they rolled you down into the operating room, and you never showed any fear. Why?" I thought about that at first, and I thought, boy, you know, you had to be a little crazy not to be a little scared for that kind of surgery. But then as I analyzed the word fear, I realized that fear comes from an outcome that was either going to cause pain or trouble, or both. See, but I really thought about it was that if the surgery wasn't a success and I died, I'd wake up in paradise with Jesus. If it was a success, as it was, I'd wake up with my family and a new life. Where was the fear? There was no bad outcome from the surgery. Excuse me. You know, a few short videos back, I talked about a survey that was done with people over the age of 95. And they were asked one question. If you had your life to live over again, what would you do different? The number one answer for all of those people that were surveyed was, I'd take more risk in life. I'd go barefoot more often. Now, why aren't we afraid? Why aren't we taking more risk in life? Enjoying ourselves, being happier. Because if you do, you're going to have a more fulfilled and fun life. You do that. But we don't take those risks for the fear of dying. Fear is a big thing. You know, there's the first quote in my book, A Heartbeat Away, Are You Ready? It's from the pastor of Love Worth Finding, the great author, Adrian Rogers. And he said, you never truly learn to live until you're no longer afraid to die. Not being afraid to die. How do you get to that point? How do you get to that point? You have to know where your soul is going. You know, there's been hundreds and thousands of books written on what happens when we die. I talk about it in my book as well. But my frame of reference, you know, some people say nothing happens when you die. We're just gone. But in my frame of reference, it comes from a book that was written by 65 different authors over a span of 1,500 years. It's been around for 5,000 years. It's been a number one bestseller. It's been burned. It's been banned. People have died for reading it. It contains the truth. What's it called? The title is called The Holy Bible. If you have one, open it up and start reading it. It's got great stories in it. If you don't have one, get it. You need to get it and read that. Because the truths that we talk about in A Heartbeat Away, and that we're going to talk about in the next few series that we do, will be based on that book and the study of many, many other scholars, a lot smarter than I am, that have studied this subject, and the research that I've done with them and people. So this is what I'm going to share, hopefully in a really understanding way. So I hope you'll be back Thursday when we open up the first session on that. I want to thank you for stopping in today and being here with us. I appreciate you. I love you. If you like what you see, please share it with your friends in your contacts. Tell them to come to YouTube and see Papa Soob Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 o'clock. Thanks very much. I love you. It's Papa Soob saying good night.